Oh, hello. How's it going? So I know what you're thinking. Wayner, you haven't made a new episode in a while. You put up that stupid gameplay thing that no one liked, but you haven't ruined my time in a while. And I know, I've been meaning to come and ruin your time and waste 10 minutes of your time by having to listen to me. But I've been busy, you guys. I've been busy, you know. And I know you're tired of me by now. You're tired of me by now. You hate me. You hate me so much. But unfortunately, it's time for another episode of Wayner's Words. But despite the really cheesy opening I just tried to give you, I really don't have a lot to talk about with you guys. And I know it may seem that my new little schedule, waiting longer to make these videos, might actually give me a lot of time to do stuff to talk about. It wasn't intentional. But just to go ahead and update you guys, I'm going to do, from now on, I had to do a double video this week. But from now on, I'm going to do 1 week, episode of Wayner's Words. Next week, Mashing Buttons. Week after that, Wayner's Words. Back and forth. 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. And I'm really hoping you can understand that, because it's going to be really awkward if you don't. But, I've been busy doing some stuff, you know, dealing with some natural disasters. If you didn't already know, I live in Mississippi. So, that if you heard about it, I don't know if you watch the news or, you know, get on the internet at all. There's a hurricane that came down here not long ago, and it mostly affected Louisiana. But for me, it did knock my power out for a day or so. And so I wasn't really able to play games, read any comic books, or anything like that. In fact, I actually had homework to do, so I had to traverse in the weather off to the library. And it was not fun. It wasn't fun at all. My dad's in the hospital, which is kind of weird, you know. I mean, like, I'm used to it because both my parents are in bad health. But, you know, I've been going back and forth a lot, taking him clothes and stuff like that, and going and visiting him. But I have done some other stuff. I've got some new games, obviously. I've got more comic books, more shows. I'm going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. But you're going to have to bear with me because a lot of this stuff is from the past few years. It's not very new. Some of this stuff is new. I'm pretty sure that Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. I'm pretty sure that's pretty new. I just got that. I'll read that. I'll have that for the next episode to talk about. I'm probably going to play some more of Cthulhu Saves the World. And I'm trying to go through some Zelda games right now. You know, that takes a part of my time. I can tell you now, most of what I've been doing ever since I made my last video is religiously watching Game Grumps. If you don't know what that is, that's a show where JonTron and Ego Raptor play video games together all day, and then they just upload videos of it. And it's probably my favorite thing ever. But I've been watching a lot of that, so I haven't really been using my time wisely. Just being stupid. I just hiccuped and it did not feel good. It's not fun when you've had a lot of food and then you hiccup, because it's like you feel like you're gonna like throw up your lungs. What is a hiccup? I don't even know. I did say I've gotten a lot of games, but I think I'm gonna just brag to you guys real quick because I have gotten some pretty good deals on some of my games. One of the first things I got the other day, I bought myself a Nintendo 64 because I've wanted one. I'm not going to say I've always wanted one. I wanted one for maybe about a half a year or so. And so I found one, bought it for $20 off some lady off Craigslist. It's kind of cool. And my buddy Cody, I've mentioned him before. He let me borrow a bunch of games and controllers. And I go to Gateway a lot. I try to do some thrifting, but I can't really give in to the heavy stuff. I just get some cool stuff every now and then. Action figures, games, and stuff. But the closest one I've gone to a couple times, I went a couple weeks ago right before the storm hit. And I got 3 games for $2 a piece. One of them was the Sims 1 Complete Collection, which is kind of weird because I have Sims 2 and 3, but I've always wanted Sims 1 just because I'm a fan of the series. And I got StarCraft, which I've been trying to get StarCraft forever. $2 might not be the best price for StarCraft, considering what I could probably get it for online, but it seemed good at the time. And I got Transformers War for Cybertron for $2. And here's an interesting one, which is probably not as good a deal as Cybertron, but this is still pretty cool. That I just got the other day. I got Diablo, the original Diablo, for 54 cents. Like, I have people that just express to me how much they hate me for some of these deals. And I mean, you guys might go out and find better deals than this sometimes, you know. I mean, and you can't count the stuff you just get for free because people give it to you. You know, I've had those too. But you know, I might talk more about my thrifting on this show. And if you guys got any thrifting experience, share them with me in the comments. Ever since I started going to Gateway and sometimes Goodwill, I'm not so big about Goodwill because they actually have real prices there, even though it is good stuff. I don't like it as much as Gateway, where Gateway, if you happen to find it, it's dirt cheap. Which is cool, you find more stuff at Goodwill, but it's just not really my thing because everything there actually costs a reasonable price rather than pocket change. But ever since I've started going to Gateway, I don't really go to flea markets as much as I used to. But there is one pretty close to my house, which is saying a lot because I live in the middle of the woods, that I go to sometimes. And the first thing I've actually bought there in maybe about a year or so is this guy right here. And I didn't realize until I got him home that he's missing his sword. He's still pretty cool. I named him General Furo, and he hangs out with me while I chill and be awesome. But yeah, I mean, I thrift. When I really stop to think about it, I do realize I have done a lot of stuff in the time that it has been since I've made my last video. I really don't remember when it was. I just know it was somewhere in the area of 2 weeks. Yeah, I've done some other stuff. I finally watched Justice League Doom, which was kind of cool. I'm not so big about the movies as much anymore now that I can actually read the comic books. I've been watching some more Supernatural. Started playing Ocarina of Time again. Got back into Minish Cap. I got an Xbox controller for my PC, so now I can play games more. Finally watched Wrath of the Titans. And Tekken, the Tekken movie that was made a couple years ago. I think there was one that was made a while back. The one that just came out a couple years ago. I watched that last night, actually. No, Friday night. It just doesn't matter when I watched it. It was a couple nights ago. Getting a GameCube, that's kind of cool, you know. I played so much next gen, you know. I feel like it's time to go back and play some Nintendo and Sega stuff. I'm pretty sure I want to cut my beard. It's getting really, really scraggly now. It's just ridiculous. I don't like it anymore. I'm not just going to cut it off. I'm just trim up to the sideburns and a goatee like I used to hold it a couple years ago, which didn't look so bad. This is more of an experiment more than anything else, and it looks so weird. The hairs are like falling out into my food and stuff, and it's just not fun. And I guess that's about all for this week. I'll be back in a couple weeks with another one of these. Next week I'll be coming out with another episode of Mashing Buttons. And I haven't decided on a game to play, so if you've got any ideas of which game you want me to play next, or a time after that, or whatever, you know, let me know. But I'll have to say I don't want it to be some big complicated game, because I can't really do cameos and, you know, mashups and montages and stuff. It's got to be actual gameplay, and it's probably just going to be the first 15 minutes or so of the game. So I'm looking for older games, retro games, stuff like that. Maybe something small, like Thursday's World. That was a small little game. Somebody suggested that I play a PlayStation RPG. For one thing, I don't even have a PlayStation. For another thing, RPG is just too long. Uh, so I'm looking for maybe some platformers and stuff. Hopefully not on the NES because those games are hard. If it's anything that's got a ROM on the internet, oh yeah, it's down. 'Cause that costs me no money. No. But yeah, I'll play it, even if I suck at it. I want to make you happy. What do you want? Let me know. Let me know what you want. Just, just follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. Subscribe to me up there. And because of the whole Google Plus thing, I'm not exactly sure what it appears as, because my YouTube name used to be that one I made forever ago called the Dr. Wayner. But my Google Plus name is Wayne Little, so I'm not really sure what it's telling you to follow me as. Whatever it is, subscribe to me, because I doubt highly anybody wants this video on their channel. So you're on my channel right now, rest assured. Like the video, would you please? Because you know you love me. And come back again.